Yes, sir. Yes, to us! To us!
Leaving already?
Tomorrow's an important day for the family. I'm surprised you're still here.
Well, my wife visits her parents, and I'm desperate to arrive as late as possible.
With any luck, you'll survive. Give her my regards.
Same to Clara. Have you told her anything about the evaluation?
Why worry her about it? Almost every research center has to do evaluations for the war ministry. We'll hand in the report on Monday, and then we're done with it.
I will have the dispersion results ready for you on Thursday.
Thank you.
Mama, look.
Yes, dear.
You feeling all right?
I'm fine. Are you still going to your sister's today?
I suppose I should leave soon.
Don't you want your Christmas present first?
Present? For me?
Look above the fireplace.
How did you know about these?
I still know some things about you, don't I? Now put them in a safe place before you leave them somewhere and we have to have Greta search the house again.
Hello, Fritz. Father's waiting for you.
It was nice of you to make the time to come and see us. And I suppose someday I'll even see my grandson again.
You're welcome to come visit him.
Yes. And sit under the Christmas tree together, huh? Please, have some consideration for an old man.
Look, you're free to visit us if you like or not. I don't require anything of you.
As long as nobody requires anything of you, right? We need to leave you free to make whatever adjustments you feel you need to.
Why can't you respect my way of seeing things as I do yours?
But you don't. You refuse to consider the possibility that this and this, the way we live here, means something.
And do you think a Jewish scientist could have had my career?
You've made your choices.
I have to get back to Clara.
It's been nice seeing you.
Troops on both sides have dug massive trenches filled with machine guns for hundreds of miles. The war has come to a complete standstill.
But all the newsreels say we'll win the war in a few months.
Here we must shoulder heavy burdens, Dr. Haber. This war of attrition will last years, not months. And the only thing that will end it is the complete destruction of our army and the occupation of Germany. The only hope we have of survival is technology. That's why we asked your institute to evaluate the feasibility of a new idea, blowing gases into the trenches to clear them out. The report you've given us is remarkable.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
In fact, I've reviewed your report with the Kaiser, and he wants your institute to begin working full-time on this project, to develop the world's first chemical warfare program.
Your Excellency, this is totally outside my field. Feasibility evaluation is one thing, but the Institute...
Dr. Haber, might I say something? It is natural for you to have reservations about work like this. With the decisions I must make each day, My own heart has become hardened to sentimentalities. The top photo is from the 7th Field Artillery Regiment. The average age of those men is 21. Look through the photos for a moment, Dr. Haber. Of all the men in all the photos, almost half are already dead. If I had photographs of all the men that will die in the coming year alone, they would fill this room.
That doesn't change the fact that my
A weapon
institute...
like this could break through these trenches and end this war in a few months. Think it over, Dr. Haber. You saved millions of lives with your last invention. This will save even more.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
Ja, Fritz, it's an honor.
I can't believe you managed to find a goose like this. With all the rationing.
Yes, well, they say he can be a real bird brain.
You know what I heard? Old Schmidt's textile mill has signed a deal with the Lang brothers to make uniforms.
Schmidt and the Lang brothers? I thought they hated each other.
I know. A great change has come over this country. Everyone is working together.
Even the socialists and the Jews are showing up at the enlistment tents.
You're all too young to remember. France and Britain have always wanted revenge on us. They hate our culture. They hate our way of life.
Bernie and I just bought another set of war bonds today.
We all must do our part. Hey, Fritz?
True, true.
I help the local women's group knit socks. Each Saturday morning.
Yes. Perhaps we should pour out our Bordeaux on the streets to show our solidarity, like the neighbors.
Have you heard about the new staging of Faust at the National Theatre?
Excuse me, please.
It would be a real tragedy to miss it.
Ah. Very well, Moritz.
Yes, of course, I'm familiar with your wife's work. She was the first woman ever to receive a doctorate in chemistry, Breslau 1900.
I'm just looking to have her teach a class, just to get her back in front of some students.
Dr. Haber, that was 15 years ago. I'm sorry. But her work is completely out of date. If I may ask, why did she stop work for so long? Well, wasn't she determined to be a great chemist?
Well, it's the burdens of home. We have a son, and then my own career was so consuming. I don't know.
I know. Life intrudes upon our plans. Let me look into the matter, Dr. Haber. It may take a little while, and we'll have to be somewhat creative. But perhaps we can work something out.
Thank you.
You're here late.
I forgot something, but I was just about to head home.
I know this is a difficult decision. If you want to talk it through,
I suppose great men are faced with great burdens.
You know, you can't reason your way through every dilemma. Some things are between you and God.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Are you visiting from out of town? Please, have a seat.
No, I'm not Jewish.
All faiths are welcome.
So you want to see what we're dealing with? All the proper hospitals in the area have all the officers. I don't even know what the nurse-to-patient ratio is here. It's low. Because of the weapons they're using, all the soldiers have hundreds of pieces of shrapnel buried in their bodies. Sergeant, how many times do I have to tell you not to smoke inside? These wounds get severely infected. And then there's this. Trench foot. Because of all the sewage in the trenches. He will lose both feet.
Doctor, I need you.
I've thought long and hard before making this decision. In times of peace, the scientist serves the world, but in times of war, he must serve his country. And I would only ask you to embark on this if I believed we had a chance to end this war and save millions of lives from every country in Europe. As one of our great poets said, he who would achieve much must sacrifice much. I've stood here many times before and asked you for your faith and trust. I need it once again. I need you to put aside your doubts and help me. Help Germany.
It's been such a great honor being here, Dr. Haber. I feel ashamed for wanting to leave, but I don't think I'm the best person that could be working on what we're doing now. That's the thing.
I understand, Johan. We'll miss you here. I'll do everything I can to ensure you get a top position in another facility.
Thank you, sir.
Don't worry. It's a shame to lose him, but we still make the testing deadline.
I promised Clara I'd be home early tonight.
Have you told her anything about what we've been working on?
No. I suppose I've been waiting for the right time.
morning, class. Like yourselves, I'm confronted with difficulties at home. The war puts an extra burden on those who keep up the home. What you learn here is how chemistry has applications that can help us maintain our house. I'm sorry.
She'll be just fine. No need to worry. Yes. It's time already? Yes, I understand. I'll be there. I need to go to the lab. Can you make sure she's all right?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Haber's research concluded that monkeys, with their physiological similarities to humans, would make the best subjects. Chlorine gas is an oxidizing agent, which means it causes a chemical burning effect on organic matter. Effects are noticeable almost immediately. Severe irritation and corrosion of the mucous membranes of the eyes, nose, and throat is followed by a form of acute bronchitis. Eventually, cell damage leads to fluid buildup in the lungs, preventing oxygen from reaching the blood.
Stop it! Stop it! I told you not to do it! Don't you listen to me! Don't you listen to me! I told you before!
Please,
I told you 100 times!
Stop! It's okay. Go inside. Go inside. Go see Greg.
I'm not good for him.
No,
He belongs to a boarding school.
don't be silly. I mean, it happens to everyone. Just lie down for a minute. Come on.
Fritz, I need to talk to you.
Where are the damn test results? I had them last night. I had them in a green folder. I'm looking for things in this office.
Listen, I have news for you. They want to see you in the War Ministry. They have decided they are ready to implement.
You want to launch the attack at Ypres? But why Ypres? The terrain is bad, the weather is unpredictable. I gave you a list of preferred sites.
Leave the politics to me, Dr. Haber. The attack site is set for Ypres.
But why? It doesn't make any sense.
If you must know, the command at Ypres was the only one willing to go forward with the attack. The others consider it unchivalrous. Now, you also mentioned a number of reserve troops.
Yes, I mean, we talked about this before. The surprise of this weapon will only work once. There is no point in doing it unless you have sufficient troops in reserve to exploit it.
And the Kaiser is open to giving more. But on one condition. He wants you to personally supervise the attack.
Supervise it? What are you talking about?
Colonel Peterson is making the arrangements. You'll be at the front for 3 days.
Your Excellency, with all due respect, I must decline to do that.
Dr. Haber, you say you want the War Ministry to commit huge numbers of troops to this attack, but you won't even be there?
Your Excellency, I have a family at home, and there are many reasons.
And don't you think these young soldiers have families too?
Look, I'm not going to. This is not my responsibility, and I'm not doing it.
And what is it you're not doing? You've already done it. But now you want to say no. You want to wash your hands of it. You want someone else to take the responsibility. As if you're not there, then somehow you didn't do it. Thousands of men will still die on that battlefield. But you, Dr. Haber, our great scientist, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing you said no. Is this how you serve your country? You are the worst kind of man. Now, I have some work I must do. A car will be at your house to pick you up Friday morning. I leave it up to your conscience whether you get in it.
Oh, I'm so glad I can see you before I go. The client may want me to stay overnight.
I know where you're going.
What do you mean?
You're still leaving your things everywhere.
I'm so sorry, Clara. I didn't want you to have to know.
Well, now I do.
God, Clara. It's been horrible.
I know.
It's been going on for months. I always wanted to tell you, but I didn't think.
Fritz, listen to me. Nothing has happened yet. You don't have to go. You can still walk away from it.
I have to go.
But you don't. You don't. Who took away your freedom? Fritz. What are you doing?
Darling, I need you to help me. Please.
I am helping you. How can I let you do this? Think of everything you have done, all your work, and now this?
It's a war. What am I supposed to do?
Not go!
Look, you're not helping me right now. The car will be here any minute. This is my decision, and I have to do it.
And what about me? What about the life I gave up all for something greater? Some great achievement? Something bigger than me, or so I was told.
Please, calm down.
That was the one thing I had, the one thing I could cling to. And now, look what I've supported. Under my own roof. And you want me to be calm? To just let you go?
I'll be back the day after tomorrow, I promise you. And then this will all be over.